Hello, everybody. Sorry about the long break. We are back. So, the plan is being set in motion. Desmond comes up from downstairs, announces to everyone that, everybody, I have a special announcement. Everyone, please gather around. Borscht, get out of the kitchen. Someone go get Glib Glob. Everyone should know about this. It's a really big deal, everybody. Slowly but surely, the bar quiets down and everyone comes over to where Desmond is. Everybody, tomorrow's a very special day. I don't think anyone knows what this day is except for myself. And now all of you. Borscht, through very careful record digging and personal contacts, I found out when your birthday is. It's tomorrow, Borscht. And you see his face like, oh... That's right, Borscht. Tomorrow's your birthday. So I'm going to want you to make a birthday cake, and we're going to throw a huge party tomorrow for everybody. Well, really, for you, Borscht, but it'll be for everyone to hang out. So go tell your friends. Tell everybody. Tomorrow's the big day, and Borscht is making his own birthday cake. The bar immediately splits up into livened conversations all over the place. And Borscht comes over, gives Desmond a big hug, gives him a sniff, and heads back into the kitchen without saying another word. Nick, could you cycle your cam? Something happened during the break. Now the plan is in action. Tomorrow's the big day.
All right. Now,
Garlic.
the backup plan. I want to go while he's getting set up. He hasn't made the cake yet. I want to go looking for herbs.
What sort of herbs?
For poisons. Whatever I can find. I mean, if it's a debilitating coma poison, that's fine. If it's a deadly poison, that's fine too. Whatever I can get.
There's someone in town. What class is your character? Are you a rogue?
I am a rogue with the assassin kit.
Perfect.
With herbalism and everything.
In Shenanigans, you can probably find someone who's willing to sell you this sort of thing. Maybe not in most other towns. In most other towns, this sort of thing would draw a lot of unwanted attention. But Berkshire is the sort of place where these sorts of people hang out. And as a thief, you can speak thieves' cant, and it's not too difficult to find yourself in a position where you can purchase various poisons. It's pretty much like a Berkshire and major cities thing, though.
Okay, well, actually, could I try first to go gather herbs, just so I don't have to pay for the poison?
Sure, give me an herbalism check.
Okay, is that off int?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, can somebody do, I can't see the keys from this angle. Can somebody do D20 plus 14 for me?
21, just enough to pass.
All right, what kind of poison do I find? Or what kind of poison can I make from what I find here?
I'm looking in the wrong spot. Hold on. Let me pull up my poison list. D systems. Poisons. So, with a 21... you can find some sour root, some, what do we call that? Quarre? Quarre? Oh my god, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Cuarae.
Oh, that's like deadly poison, right?
It'll incapacitate or debilitate somebody. I think I spelled it wrong on this sheet. Curare? Curare, yeah.
How is that administered?
Curare is an ingestion poison. It's something you gotta eat. Most plants are, in fact, all plants are either ingestion or edible. I'm sorry, or contact poisons. There are very few. There are no known plants that are like injection poisons that have to be like put into the bloodstream. So if you have like an ingestion poison, something that they need to eat, but you inject it into them like it's on a weapon and you stab them, they get a bonus to their saving throw against poison. If it's a contact poison and they, well, I guess thistle leaf and stitchberry aren't so much poisons as they're just like really freaking irritating. It's like getting a bunch of tiny little thin cactus spines and spreading them all over a person. It's just like fucking annoying. Eating it, I don't even know what that would do to you. Let's not find out. Yeah, so will that work for you? An ingestion poison? Or do you need a specific...
Is saying Terraria is used for hunting. It's an injection poison. I always thought it was, unless I'm thinking of the wrong thing, I was thinking of curare, which I thought was just C-U-R.
Yeah, this is C-U-R-A-R-E. It is various plant extract, alkaloid arrow poisons originating from Central and South America. They function by...
It's an arrow poison, so it is an injection.
I suppose. Let's see. Yes, I suppose this is an arrow used on arrows, but its nature, like... You can use it for arrows, but it is best if ingested, because it's like, it's on the leaf of a plant. So it's meant to be, it's most potent when consumed, but it can be administered through injection. But its primary purpose is, it's strongest when ingested instead of injected.
Okay, so what are the relative effects of it, ingested versus injected?
The effects are the same. It's more potent when ingested. If someone fails a saving throw, they are completely incapacitated. It means they can't move, attack, or cast spells, and all of their stats are effectively reduced to 1/3 their regular stat. If they do pass their saving throw, it debilitates them instead, which effectively reduces their stats by half, and then their AC and hit penalties, they have AC and hit penalties of 5. So they're just kind of like screwed up badly.
Neal.
Yeah.
Okay.
With all the crazy and dangerous things on this planet, I'm actually kind of surprised there isn't a cactus that has like venom. Just like you get stabbed by it and you're dead.
That would be kind of a weird thing.
No, I'm just talking about like all the things we have that are really weird in real life. I'm kind of surprised that's not one of them.
Yeah, but I think with plants which do these things passively, they can't like poke to inject, and they've got to cover a large area. I'm not surprised that plants are all contact based.
Right, but a cactus like with needles that inject a poison. It'd be interesting.
It would be interesting for certain.
Anyway, just a thought.
Anyways, so who's the least popular, most won't be missed person here in Shenanigans? Customer.
Droopy.
How dare you, Neal?
Droopy's a kobold. Definitely the least popular. A kobold cleric of Verasi. Definitely the least popular, most won't be missed character. But if you want to target a non-player character, the non-player character is named Roberto. No one likes Roberto.
I see.
Yes.
What is Roberto like?
Roberto is the person who's kind of like, he's not a bad adventurer. He's not a bad companion to have with you. He's capable, but like he's always pointing out how things could be done better. He's the sort of person who like comes along and then just naysays everything that happens. And so you're traveling with him. You're like, it would have been more efficient if we had loaded the cart this way, and this way instead. You should just let me load that cart. And you're like, fine, Roberto. Okay, yes, it could have been done slightly better, but we're still just taking this package from point A to point B. We don't have to adjust it. No, but really, like, there's this 1% chance that we could be attacked by a griffin, in which case you'd really want this envelope below this one on this box. And you're just like, fine, Roberto, okay. And it doesn't seem then maybe that person that hired us was a little suspicious. Did you see their eye? It twitched a few times. But if they just have twitchy eyes, there's never a coincidence. It's definitely. So he's always naysaying everything.
Jeez, can't imagine having to deal with a guy like that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I'm going to tip one of my darts with Karare.
Excellent.
Just to have that ready, I'll put that, put that in its position so I don't get them mixed up. It's like, oh, it's the first dart on the bandolier. I'm not gonna be like, oh, which one was it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
right.
you now have it. You now have that. You now have that.
Yes. And so once the invisibility lasts 24 hours. So once the cake baking is going on in earnest, since a prank might involve interfering with the baking of the cake, I guess I'll go on cake watch.
All right. Borch's cake baking. He's gathering ingredients today since we're halfway through the day anyway. He will start the baking of the cake tomorrow. Are you going on cake watch right now? Cake
No,
watch
not
2017?
not until he starts actually baking the
All right,
cake.
so you guys have the rest of this half day to set up your final plans.
Yeah, my backup plan is to make it look like if we can't stop the prank, then to make it look like the prank went wrong and killed somebody.
Oh dear God!
Thereby making the prankster feel horrible and go, oh my God, I never meant that. I'm not going to prank anymore, and thus ending the pranking.
Okay.
Because my character has no conscience.
Okay.
Not anymore.
I'd like to ask you what happened, but I think that's a story for another time.
Oh, he had a conscience once.
Not anymore. Who are you gonna kill, by the way?
Well, that's what I was asking. If Roberto is the least likely to be missed,
Roberto.
then I guess he'll be the unfortunate victim of the prank gone wrong.
You're devious. Okay.
And I'll take Zen aside at one point, make sure that we're completely no way anybody could be watching us.
Flour everywhere.
Flour.
And I explained to him, should somebody suffer some sort of horrible circumstance, should we fail to block the prank and with somebody experience something horrible, probably an incapacitation, it would be useful if you were to definitely declare the person dead and talk about how rebounding spell energies or something spout some magical theory nonsense about how with your protective spell, the energy of the pranking spell must have been directed onto the unfortunate victim, killing him.
All right.
That's the backup.
All right. Well, Other than that, I assume you're just telling this to me in the kitchen as I'm making garlic beer.
Yeah, as long as no one's around here.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, there's flour covering the room.
Right. All right. This information has been passed.
And I also say to him, you know, it could be wraith form.
Wait, can't you see somebody in wraith form?
Can you?
Depends on the
You're like-
lighting.
Or invisibility and wraith form?
Mm-hmm. Could be a lot of things together. Magic makes pretty much any known trap defeatable if you know what the trap is and you have enough time to prepare for it. You can pretty much overcome anything.
Yeah, pretty much. High enough level, at least. Alright, well, other than the beer butter, which I will make sure to put a little extra, just garlic, pure garlic butter liquid or whatever in a vial.
Delicious. All right. So, you guys go to you spend the rest of the day doing nothing, it sounds like. You make your garlic, you get your vial of it, you think about what's going to happen. The night comes. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do about nighttime this time around? You've been pranked the last 2 nights, right? The last few nights you've been pranked. Is there something you're going to do to prevent pranking tonight, or are you just gonna eat it up?
Nah, whatever. We'll see what he does and how much it annoys me.
Can I get perception checks from the 2 party members?
Great.
Zen gets a 27. Rob, you need someone to roll your stats for you?
Yeah, it's also a 14.
All right, you pass as well.
I had ridiculously good stats. I was kind of ticked off I had a character concept because this guy could have been a paladin.
Oh, well, next time. You guys wake up. You can hear the sounds of the town all around you, but it is dark. It's like nighttime dark.
Eh.
Continual darkness.
So, can I just not see anything, or is it just dark?
And you can't see. You can't see your nose in front of your face.
I'm sure it's just continual darkness. I saw.
Okay, so yes, I immediately bring out a pebble.
Okay. You bring out a pebble and you can see.
So he didn't use blindness.
I still have one from before.
But he did use continual darkness.
Yep. It becomes very apparent that the entire section of the sleeping quarters of Shenanigans has been continual darkness. Which would probably take multiple continual light spells to happen. The whole upstairs is just blacked out. And it bleeds downstairs too, through the cracks in the floor and down the staircase. Shenanigans is dark.
Well, thankfully, continual light, negates it. And I just happen to have, 39 pebbles.
All right. That's a fairly simple thing for you to overcome, is the continual light.
Let's not even mention it. And see who goes up to check. Wondering curiously, wait, why didn't that work?
I mean,
I will very carefully color coordinate my outfit to make it clear that I didn't get dressed in the dark. Look very sharp. Look very sharp.
You're looking sharp. You're a sharp-dressed man, Carlo.
All right.
how many pebbles should I mark off, Neal?
1, 2, 4 for safety's sake.
All right.
Desmond also has learned of the continual darkness when he showed up before you guys woke up, because it was dark, so you woke up a little early. You woke up a little late. And he's already sent for the wizard to cast Dispel Magic. He's grumbling to himself about stupid wizards and their stupid continual lights and stupid clerics and continual darknesses. Find this
I
person.
thought that was a lynching offense, is what I heard.
He's grumbling pretty loudly to himself, and he seems furious behind the eyes. You know how long it took me to find the key to open the door? Longer than I'd like to admit. I've been traveling this world for a long time, and not even being able to open the door to my own bar, well... Someone's gonna get a frying pan to the head. I'll see him in the stockades for a month, maybe a year, maybe a lifetime.
Anyway, I'll just keep my pebbles there until the wizards come.
Okay.
But I prefer if they not disenchant my pebbles.
Right, you guys can work it out. But it does throw a hitch in the beginning of the planning, because everyone's got to, like, move out of the room. Anyone with potions, everyone move out. I don't want people pretending not to have potions or scrolls on them and accidentally disable them with the Dispel Magic. So everyone get out of the bar, everyone leave. All right, now we're going to Dispel Magic on this section, Dispel Magic on that section, bring over this other guy, because I only have 2 Dispel Magics today, because I'm only 6th level. And this person's going to Dispel Magic. All right, now it's all squared away. Grumble, grumble. Desmond shells out bunch of gold coins and swears up and down that if he catches the culprit, he'll lock him in he'll build his own stockade into the bar, and that'll be the new entertainment in the bar, is the person stuck in the bar for the rest of their life.
So I'll note to Zen, how many pebbles did it take? Basically, how many continual darknesses were cast?
I mean, it took me 4 pebbles.
Yeah. You might, if you had found the exact centers of these spells, you might be able to do it with fewer pebbles, but it's kind of hard to find the exact center of a continual darkness spell.
Yeah.
So you place your pebbles around and just get it done with 4. So definitely no more than 4 continual lights, or continual darknesses, but it could have been as few as 2. Definitely not 1. Somewhere between 2 and 4.
All right.
Okay. So everyone comes back in. Borsch starts bringing in all these, like, animal bones for the cake, and keeps the back door shut because he doesn't want people seeing his special birthday cake. But you see, like, people show up with weird, just the bones, all the flesh has been stripped off, and, like, they're bringing that in towards Borsch, and he, like, takes it in the back door and shuts the back door. At this time, Zen, you're positioned at the front of the bar. Carlo, you're positioned in the tree outside the back or on the roof, and are you invisible yet?
The beer garlic should be there, though.
So the beer garlic is, like draped on the ground in front of the kitchen door?
Yeah, just like a little puddle of spilled beer, maybe even like a broken glass.
Okay, so there's like a puddle right here.
All right. So then why don't you make sure that deliveries are done through the front so that we don't have people delivering bones that we end up having to track, confusing the trail. And do you want to cast your invisibility on me now, and I'll start my watch?
Well, yeah. So it's invisible.
Okay. You're invisible now, Carlo.
Okay. Yeah, now my watch begins.
Yes. So Zen, you're hanging out at the front.
Right.
There's a lot of people that are coming over for this party. There's a lot of people that are coming into town, or into the bar for this party. How are you deciding who is allowed in the front door and who's not allowed in?
Oh, I'm not there to be like a bouncer. I'm there to make sure, well, just to watch people. More of a security guard than a bouncer.
Okay. I see what you're doing. So
Yeah.
you're not keeping people out. You're not allowing some in, some not. You're just keeping an eye
Right,
on
I'm
everyone.
just there to be the guard. Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a perception check from Zen then?
All right. Oh,
Ooh, not so great of a perception check. All right. Everything inside the bar seems to be totally fine. The day draws on towards noon. Desmond's gonna pull Borsch out in the afternoon. When you're approached by a young kid, she's maybe 14 years old or so. And she comes over and like tugs on the edge of your sleeve while looking up at you with big eyes. Hey, mister!
yes.
She kind of forgets what she's about to say and like produces a bag from a pocket and kind of, with both hands, lifts it up towards you.
I take the bag.
It's filled with coins. Or small, heavy coins.
Girl, what is this?
The guy down the street told me to bring this to you. He said that you'd want to talk to him.
Like, what guy where?
She points down the street towards the east. This way. The bag has got to contain a few hundred heavy, small coins.
All right. Trying to make sure it doesn't open. I cast Detect Magic.
You cast Detect Magic on the bag of coins
Yes.
in case it's some sort of like trap.
Yeah. I mean, Droopy traps wine bottles with explosive spells.
Okay.
And I'd probably take a glance at the girl too, depending on whether or not the bag is magical.
Okay. So the girl is non-magical. There's definitely some sort of magic radiating from this bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely something going on in the bag.
All right. I have the little girl bring me to the man.
Okay. She leads you down the street, maybe 2 alleyways down, and there's a guy. He's wearing long white robes. He's got a purple flat hat on, kind of like a sombrero type thing, but not like straw, but that sort of like wide brimmed hat, and it's purple. He's got white robes, and he's got a maple staff with some sort of like amber oval at the top of it, clutched in like 3 little talons. Shoos the girl away when she shows up with you and says, "Well, hey there, you must be the new security guard at Shenanigans."
Yep, I'm supposed to make sure that no funky business happens. So, what's this bag and why is it magical?
Well.
Also, I imagine Detect Magic is still going.
Yeah, but you would need to it would be obvious that you were trying to detect magic to a spellcaster because you have to concentrate or around in the direction, right? It's not just like magic eyes that can look everywhere and see. It requires a focus of concentration to detect.
Right.
So let me know if that's what you're gonna do.
Mm.
So the guy says, well, you're not quite as stupid as all the other people there. I had a message I needed to get to a friend of mine in the tavern, but I get the feeling I'm not exactly welcome in there.
Why? Are you the one casting these pranks?
Not sure exactly what you mean, but I have a feeling I wouldn't be welcome. You know how things go. You know how...
Why wouldn't you be welcome?
Look, I'm just saying, I'm gonna give you this large bag of gold if you deliver my message to my friend. If you don't want the job, that's fine. I'll just take that gold back. And he starts reaching for the bag.
Why is it magically trapped?
Never be too careful who you're working with. It should be fine for you to open, as long as you don't double-cross me.
Then why don't you open it?
He takes the bag from your hands and opens it, reaches his hand in, pulls out a gold coin, puts the gold coin back in, closes the bag, and hands it back to you.
How much is it?
150 gold coins.
Fool's gold coins is more like.
What message and to who?
He pulls a piece of paper that's sealed from a pocket and hands it over to you. There's a old friend we used to run back together. You think he's the cook there now.
You're claiming to be friends with Borsch.
Shh. Yeah.
What's your name?
I don't really see that as any of your concern. But a
I'm not
letter's
giving-
signed, so he'll know who it is that it's from.
I'm not giving the birthday boy a message when there have been pranks going on in the bar. Mostly not once somebody has already tried to bribe me
All right,
with
fine
trapped
then.
money.
There's no trap on this money. I'll just be taking my gold back. Thank you very much. He reaches to take it away from you. And have a good day then. He turns and starts walking down the alleyway away from the main street.
All right.
What do you do, Zen?
As he's walking away, I concentrate. Try to detect all the magic on him.
Yeah, there's a slight aura of magic around this feller. In addition to the one...
What type? Anything like that?
you have a 10% chance per level to determine the type. You are level 5. It is alteration magic. The guy gets to the end of the alleyway, takes a left, and is gone from sight.
All right. I follow down the alleyway and look to try to see where he goes.
All right, by the time you get to the end of the alleyway, you look left, he's gone. Could have gone down any other number of alleyways, could have gone into any number of doorways down here. You cast Fly. All right, you take off into the sky. The town is down below you.
And then I look for him.
You scan the area. Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Is that
I
18 it?
typed that in wrong, but that would have been a success.
Yes, that's a success. You scour the area looking
Yeah.
for a person and do not find them. Do not find the person you're looking for, I should say.
First droid.
Can I concentrate looking around to detect the magic that was a bag of coins?
What's the range of detect magic? It is
That's
60
true.
foot long path, so you would have to be no higher than 60 feet off the ground to do it, and it's like a 10 foot. It's 10 feet wide by 60 feet long, so you're getting like a narrow column to detect magic in. You'd basically have to be like directly above it. You can't like, wide area the town. It's not going to work very well. It's not very good going down. It's very good going across.
I just guess fly down to eye level with an alley, use detect magic.
Yeah, you start scanning around for it, but whoever it is gone. You seem to have lost this opportunity. If this is the person you were looking for.
Right. Alright. Well, I go and inform Desmond of the suspicious dealings.
Okay. Desmond says, well, why didn't you apprehend him right on the spot? He could be our person. He could be the one.
I've already been sent to jail for randomly casting webs or random spells at people. If he's not our culprit, I don't want to try to aggravate what could have been possibly one of Borch's old friends.
He nods slowly. I guess that makes sense. It's fine. So be it.
But now I'm just a flying security guard watching everything.
All right.
Just for an hour.
Okay, so I've got the net. We went to get a net if we can't acquire one, or
Yes.
rip one off from the doctor's.
You guys can have a net already. Fine.
Okay, and I do have bolas for capturing people.
Nice. Okay, so you're
heard
hanging
boas.
out in your tree, right?
Yes, I do have bolas. I'm proficient in various string-based.
Right, but like I heard boas like the snake.
No bolas.
Bolas.
Yeah.
Bolas. Yeah.
I could have boas. I could throw them at people, and then they like wrap around their necks and incapacitate them.
Okay. So, Rob, you're hanging out at the back door. You've stopped the influx of people from... you've closed the back door, right? All the shipments are going through the front door now. Right? So that back door doesn't open very well, or it doesn't open anymore, because no one's going through this.
Okay, well, I'll just keep standing watch.
Okay. When... I need... Quick. How big is this room? Is 12 feet across. Locked this area down so well, I'm having trouble coming up with an appropriate trick to play on it. I don't think any of these things are gonna work. You've locked the area down too well.
What do you mean, Neal? You mean they know about all of this?
Well, I mean, the door to the kitchen is closed, right? So they can't enter in through the back door or cast spells through it without line of sight. There's a person on the front door who's clearly watching the tavern. So the person would have to go inside to cast spells, and since there's a lot of people around, this is a difficult thing to try and pull a prank off on.
Right, but nobody is really being allowed into the kitchen, and
So
nobody's
the kind
really
of
out
thing
back.
that a prankster would feel they had to do.
Right, it's just give me a few minutes here to figure out how to properly what to pull off.
Then maybe you could like really motivate them to take stupid chances by loudly announcing, no prank is going to happen here. There's no way those pranksters, they've met their match.
I don't know.
Just to really drive them on, and maybe they'll take a stupid chance.
Um, no, I think this bar is locked down too well. These sorts of things only work when there's openings, and there's no openings anymore. That
What
back
do you
door.
mean there's no opening?
I mean,
Neal?
there's no viable, reasonable opening.
And when the announcement happens, the kitchen will be unguarded, and there's no guard out back.
Hold on. Let me take a look at some of these things I have written down here. I have a whole list of possible pranks written down. I don't think any of these will... What does this do? No. No, that definitely doesn't work.
All right, we won. How many experience points do we get for victory?
You haven't won. You've created like your own goal of like stopping a prank from a specific prank from happening, but you haven't caught the person involved. This bar is too hot, man. There's too many people inside, and there's...
The most important goals are the ones you set for yourself, Neal.
That is true, and you don't need experience points for those. That won't work. That won't work. Won't work. That won't work. That won't work. Neither will that or that. I just get them killed. That doesn't even make sense in this context. That's entirely useless. I think the birthday party goes off without a hitch. I think that you're laying this trap and waiting for something to happen, and the party just goes through, and Borscht makes his cake and finishes his cake, and it's like it's a bone marrow cake. It's just like all this different types of bone marrow from all these different animals come together with a little bit of gelatin and a little bit of flour and some eggs to make this like red kind of oozing bloody bone marrow cake that must have cost like 100 gold to make, and it's this huge just like bleeding mass of goop.
How does it taste?
I don't know. Do you want to go taste Borsch's bone marrow cake?
It won't break invisibility.
That's true. It won't break invisibility. But when Borscht is bringing the cake out and announcing it, and Desmond starts singing the Shenanigans version of the Happy Birthday song, He looks very nervously to Zen and back at the cake a few times.
I just shrug.
Well, good job, Borsch, and a happy birthday. We'll make sure to remember this day next year, he says and rolls his eyes. Who wants to be the first person to celebrate Borsch's birthday with a slice of his delicious cake?
Well, the birthday boy eats the first slice of cake.
It's a very good point there, Zed. Here you go, Borsch. And Desmond hands him an oversized cutting knife. Again, Borsch cuts a big section out, wolfs the cake down with a, oh, that's so delicious! You can really taste the bones in this one. And then I guess other people get served cake. You all need to make grub skill checks at -10 to avoid puking.
Well, I mean, animals do break open bones to suck the marrow out. I mean, I don't know what that's like, but
Well, of course, yeah, but
it's a thing.
yes, people and animals do eat. Oh my god, natural 20 is always a pass. You don't have a. You have a 7 for your. Okay, but a natural 20 is always a pass, man. You eat the bone marrow cake, and you can feel it wanting to come back up, but you hold it down. You hold it down, and you keep it looking good on top. After that, someone else comes up to have some, and immediately just like all over the floor. And too much of anything is terrible, you know. And this is like pure marrow with a little bit of flour and milk and eggs and water, and then some hot chili peppers too. So it's not really an edible thing. And Borsch gets really let down when no one else wants to try his cake, and he's standing there looking around at the party, like, "But guys, I made this cake specially for you." And Desmond goes standing behind him, like furiously gesturing people over to eat the fucking cake. You get over here. But he's doing it from behind Borsch, so Borsch can't see it. Tentatively, the crowd comes up and cuts off pieces of cake and goes back to their tables with like large flagons of ale and like little bite of cake, big drink of ale. Little bite of cake, big drink of ale. The proposed birthday party is a wild success because everyone needs to drink a lot of ale in order to eat the cake. And so the crowd turns into a very raucous party. Filled with, you know, drunken shenanigans. But this prankster,
who now has impaired judgment and is more likely to make risky decisions because they're drunk.
I feel like
This prankster's totally smashed now.
Who says they're in the crowd?
That's the easiest way.
That would be the easiest
The
way.
prank is coming from inside the house.
So what? As the day progresses and the party gets kicked up, do you guys join the party, or do you stay on like anti-prankster watch guard alert the whole time?
I'm going to stay on alert. That's what I'm here for. I'm a professional.
I guess I'll decide to go in.
All right, so you're in, hanging out. What are you doing?
Oh, just, not barfing.
Not barfing. That's a good thing. Well done. Well done. There are many trips to the outhouse. That door is basically left open as people hurry out to purge themselves one way or another.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep. Good chat.
Good. Yeah. Well done. The night goes, and eventually everyone goes to bed.
God damn it, Neal.
There's nothing to do. There's None of these. You have secured Shenanigans for the day against any viable incursion by people wanting to pull practical jokes on you. Eventually, you guys go to bed.
Damn it.
I'm going to do the old, Ferris Bueller set up the so it looks like I'm in bed, and I'm gonna continue to sit invisibly in the corner of my room to watch, since my room has specifically been pranked twice.
Ah, yes. Okay.
I got a good look at that guy's face, though, didn't I?
You definitely did.
He had alteration on. He probably doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Alter self or something.
Yeah.
That's probably how he escaped you, by just getting rid of the altered appearance.
All right. I guess you guys wake up the next morning, head back down into the bar where people are slowly, picking themselves up off the floors for the ones that didn't make it to bed, or coming down from the staircase for those of them that did. Desmond comes over towards your table when the two of you show up and goes, so that went the worst possible way that it could. I mean, I guess not, because we made a lot of money last night, but that cake was expensive and terrible, and my body hurts all over.
Desmond.
But you made a lot of money, and Borscht is happy. And we stopped the prankster last night.
I guess Borscht is happy, and I'm made money.
Desmond, I apologize. We tried to leave the perfect opening for them to come in the back, and can I say, we pussied out.
Guess you guys are just too fearsome. You've really outthought this person.
Well, at least for one day.
Yeah. I think you guys have defeated the villain here. I think they put together enough based on the Zen's rejection of this enticing trap that someone's onto them, and they back down. I think you, without directly confronting them or getting into any sort of fight, I think you have just heightened security enough to have driven this person away, although I doubt they'll stay away for very long.
Well,
I am sure they will come back better and more well prepared than ever next time.
At least for the next couple in-game days, I will just be the security at the front door, just to give them that idea. So.
Yes, so we've got all this downtime that no one ever talks about. We'll run security during that time.
I guess you guys are running security. I mean, Desmond's usually security enough, but I think the heightened guards and the super suspicious people and the I think that has really helped to drive this feller back. I had such goals, but you guys stayed so stationary. So many of these things are getting people on the move and getting them in between places, but you guys just bunkered down into the Shenanigans, and there's just nothing you can do if people don't move. Pranks are best played on mobile targets, and you just put a stop to it. And that's that. All right, congratulations.
Yay.
This didn't go as I planned, but you guys won. It's better than the other quests that are repeatable that have come up. So let's start dishing out some experience points.
All right.
The overall quest was worth about 500. You guys had some interesting role playing in here. Let's see. You gave Borsch a birthday. That's
Yay.
definitely
Happy.
worth some experience. Yeah.
I tried to form a sub party out of chat, but you just didn't allow it.
Yes. Because then what? Like you can't. What are you gonna do? Like then play as the chat characters? It's impossible.
Well, yeah, they would have been playing our subcontractors.
No.
They could have just quickly rolled some characters. You know, I
No.
mean, how they love to do all the time anyway.
We're not going down that rabbit hole. No way. No way.
Oh, okay. I forgot that you're against involving your chat audience in the experience.
Oh, Roberto.
Taking things to a new level. Experimenting in bringing Twitch to levels that it's never reached before and setting trends and being an innovator.
All right, everybody, let's give a round of applause for Nick and Roberto. Everyone loves both of them. They're great.
Oh, good.
Please take home 500 experience points each for this. And I guess we will come up with a new plan for next week's shenanigans, and we will maybe bring this person back another time.
Oh dear.
We'll find out.
Well, I leveled then, so can someone want to roll my D6 plus 1 for me?
Why don't you roll it next time so you can roll it yourself? I don't want to be the. If I roll a 1, I don't want to take the.
I already
Neal's
rolled a
breaking
1
the
once.
blah blah
Okay.
blah.
I've
I'll
already
totally
rolled 1
roll.
once, so if you
I'll
roll
totally
one,
take
then
responsibility.
All right,
I
Zen,
have-
do it.
What is it? D6 plus 1?
Yes.
4 total.
There we go. That's essentially average. 4.5 would have been average.
All right.
It works.
There you go. I
My
guess.
hit points increased by 200%.
You also get 30 new points to add to your thief skills. And that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations on a successful episode of Shenanigans where nobody died and you guys actually won. We'll see you all next
Well,
week.
if they tried to prank, then Roberto might have died.
You did have like 2 HP, didn't you? Now you've got 6.
Yes, like I said, it's a 200% increase in hit points.
Okay. We'll see you guys next week for some more Shenanigans. We're out, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.